Hey Canucks fans, it is finally Canucks game day, and it's also Ask Me Anything. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, September the 25th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Yes, three big things to talk about today. Number one, I'm going to Rogers Arena. I'm going with my lovely wife, Gail, and we are going to the first Canucks game of this season, preseason game, split squad against Calgary. I'll get to that in a second. Number two, tonight is my live stream, 10:30 p.m. Hope you'll join me. It's the hour long. We can talk about the game. We can talk about the giveaway. I'm going to do the giveaway next Sunday, not tonight, but still, I hope you join me tonight for my live stream. And of course, the other thing is it's Sunday, so it's Ask Me Anything, and I'm going to answer all of the questions that you put on my community tab. So thank you. The first one actually is from Sion and says, what is your home preseason game line predictions? So the Canucks bailed me out here. Because I wasn't going to be able to guess which of all the guys the Canucks were going to dress, or Boudreau was going to dress. And then the Canucks actually tweeted out last night what they anticipate their lineup's going to be tonight. I think they did today, and I think they did so to help push some last-minute tickets. And I'm excited because we're seeing some pretty great players. So on one line, it's Connor Garland centering Lockwood and Sheldon Dries. On the second line, you have Pettersson with DiGiuseppe and Carson Falk. Always careful how to say that name. Then the third line is kind of interesting. Horvat is playing with Mikheyev and Shepard. And then the fourth line of Podkolzin, Kuzmenko, and Arsenault. So among the forwards, we're seeing Petey, Horvat, Podkolzin, Mikheyev, Kuzmenko, Garland, Lockwood, DiGiuseppe. At least 6 bona fide NHLers right there, and then a couple guys who have a shot. So that's pretty cool. On D, it's Schenn with Rathbone, DeKeyser, Kalanick, Wu, and Myers. So Schenn, Rathbone, DeKeyser, and Myers, you could all argue trying to jockey for spots on the blue line, and then Martin and Seelow. So of course, no Miller is the biggest one, no Boeser, no OEL, no Hughes. But I'll take the 10 or 11 NHLers that we'll likely see on the ice today. So more than half the team that's being dressed, I'd say, are NHLers. 9 or 10 for sure. So half the team. So I'm excited for it. So there's the potential lineup, not starting lineup, but the tentative projected lineup. That's what I was looking for, projected lineup for today. And if you're asking me for a score prediction, even though you weren't, actually, I'll save that to the very end of this video. But if you know anything about my videos, you already know what my score prediction is going to be. Joe says he's 84 today. So Joe Pratt, thank you for your support on this channel. Happy birthday to you, my friend. If you're ever talking to longtime Canucks fans like Jim Robinson, ask them to compare Quinn Hughes and Paul Reinhart. Yes, I saw Jim Robinson at the golf tournament. I wish I saw this earlier. My favorite defense pair of all time is Al McInnes and Paul Reinhart. What is yours? Reinhart was such a good skater, such a good offensive mind. Him and Quinn Hughes would be an awesome pairing. Have a good day, mate, and put another shrimp on the barbie. I will do all those things. So, Joe, happy birthday. My favorite Canucks pairing was Edler and Ehrhoff. When they were together, I thought they were really good. A good balance of speed, of skill, of size. And, of course, that was one of the pairings that helped take us to the Stanley Cup Finals. And then I think my all-time favorite pairing, I'm kind of cheating, is the Team Canada 2010 pairing of Shea Weber and Duncan Keith. Yes, I don't like Keith that much, but when they were on the ice together, they were amazing. So Shea Weber and Duncan Keith when they were playing together for Team Canada 2010 Olympics. Tristan has 2 questions. Why do you think that we were taking a long time to sign Bo? I know that he wants to stay. He's made that clear. I'm thinking it's due to the cap. What do you think? So yes, indeed, they have to project as much as they can how much they're willing to spend and allocate to Bo Horvat. So that's why it's taking a long time. And it's probably complicated because you got to talk about not just the money, but the term as well. And we know that the Canucks are not in a great place salary cap wise. So they're just being careful, but they're taking their time for sure. And number 2, do you think our power play lines will be the same? If not, who'll be on line 1 and line 2? Do you think it'll be Miller, Pettersson, Horvat, Hughes, and Brock? I agree. And second line, Pods, Garland, Hoglander, Schenn, and Myers. No, I don't agree with that one. So I do agree that they're going to roll out the first unit like they did last year. PD, Miller, Brock, Bo, and Quinn. The second, to me, it's going to be the 3 Russians, Garland, and OEL. It won't be Schenn. It won't be Myers. And I don't even think it'll be Garland. I don't even think it'll be Hoglander. So I'm going 3 Russians, Kuzmenko, Podkolzin, and Mikheyev, along with Garland and OEL. But although they do like to put 2 defensemen out there, so maybe it'll be OEL and Myers, and you take one of the Russians out of that. Speaking of OEL, Biggie Cheese says, could OEL revive his NHL career playing with Hughes. Well, I think reviving the career is a bit of a, I think those are too strong of words. It's not like his career is dead. He had an off season last year offensively. He came into the Canucks a point every 2 games or 0.5 points per game, but he played well defensively. But yes, I expect if Hughes can play well on the right side, by extension, OEL, I think he's going to have a really good season. I think he's going to get closer to 45 or 50 points. So you call it a revival of his career. I would say it's back to where he was a few seasons ago. I'm totally expecting that. Great question. Azar says, do you think Boeser will have a bounce back year, or will he get traded before the end of the season? I do not think that Boeser will get traded at the end of the season, although it would free up $6.5 million of cap space. I really think the Canucks like Boeser. I really think they still consider him as part of the core of this team. That's why they signed that 3-year contract. And he's saying the right things. I've been talking about how the burden of his dad's health and his dad's eventual passing that is now lifted from him. I expect a 30-goal season from Boeser. I really do. He's hungry. As long as he can stay healthy, I think he will get to 30 goals, 35 assists, somewhere between 60 and 65 points. So yes, I will flat out say I think this is going to be a bounce back year for Brock Boeser. And you can't help but root for the guy. He's such a good guy. And I think he's still one of the fan favorites here in Vancouver. Tyler says, would you move Garland this season to make room for Horvat Kuzmenko contracts for next season? I think it really depends. That's a complicated one because I think he's got a lot of skill. I think he can be an effective player, but sometimes he goes kind of invisible for a little bit, and I'm not just talking about a smaller size. So would I move him? I think it's too early to say, Tyler. I think you got to consider all options if you want to sign Horvat. Who knows? If they sign Horvat prior to the season starting, and Kuzmenko does have a big year, and you're anticipating you got to allocate X amount of money for those guys, then I think a Garland would be someone, maybe a Myers, maybe even a Dickinson and Pullman to a lighter extent. So we'll see. I personally don't want to move Garland. I think he can do a lot for this team, but you can't have everyone, obviously. That's part of the challenge of having a cap. And then Canucks Bowl says, preseason starts for the Canucks today? Yes. How many wins in preseason? I think the Canucks are going to go 3-3-1. It's preseason, so I'm not going to freak out if they go 7-0 or 0-7. But I think they'll basically go 500, 3-3-1. So that means an overtime or a shootout loss somewhere in there, 3 wins in regulation, 3 losses in regulation. And for example, today, split squad against Calgary, they'll likely win 1 and lose 1. All right, Canucks fans, thank you for your questions as always. I can't wait to go to the game today. Can't wait to be in the arena and just get back into the swing of things. So in the meantime, thank you to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. Shout out to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, and the Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. Don't forget, tonight, 10:30 p.m., my regular nightly, well, Sunday through Thursday, my regular live stream going for an hour tonight so we can spend more time talking about the game and having some fun. Okay, so I hope to see you tonight. As always, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member or upgrade your membership if you'd like to, leave a donation, a super tip, no, super thanks, or a tip if you'd like to, and definitely leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Here we go. Give me your score prediction. If I know you made it, and if you give me your score prediction, then I know you made it to the end of this video, or you might just do it anyways. I'm going to say, and you guys know this, 4-2. 4-2 is my favorite prediction. I always think it's going to be a 3-2 game with an empty netter. 4-2 Canucks for either of the 2 games, home or away. And I'm going to keep saying 4-2 until they actually do it, and then I'll change my... No, actually, I'm going to start off the regular season with a 4-2 as well prediction. I can tell you right now. But tonight, 4-2 Canucks. Leave your score prediction in the comments, as well as the first goal scorer for the Canucks. You have to listen back to the lines that I mentioned to see who's actually playing at Rogers Arena. Okay, friends, stay safe, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I'll see you tonight at 10:30 p.m. God bless, and go Canucks go.